He had some choice words. I heard he said something along the lines of like, if all Jews are pro-Israel,
right,
then you're and they're all no. If all Jews are pro-genocide of Palestinians, you're anti-Semitic for being against the genocide of Palestinians. And I was like,
what? How can every single thing they say about me be wrong? Makes sense. What do we have here? Is it actually time? Is it hog o'clock?
it's like, oh, you don't like.
Is it hog o'clock? These guys are hogs, by the way, just so you understand. Like, these guys glaze the shit out of authoritarian regimes and despotic leaders, and they have a very, like, strong man perspective on how the world should go anyway. Like Hasan with his fucking perfect phone call that would supposedly stop the conflict in Israel and Gaza. Yeah, whatever. They are hogs. Massive hogs. Frat fuck hogs.
Saying that bar for bar, that I have told Ethan Klein 10 toes down within the framework of Israel doing a genocide and a regional actor trying to take action against Israel doing a genocide. The Houthis are right. They are correct. They're correct to do a naval blockade.
They're the only ones following international law.
It's so good. What a fucking dunce. Mate. They're the only ones following international law. Apart from being a non-state actor with arms in and of itself, going into international waters, attacking civilian vessels, the plurality of which do not come from Israel. They're Greek. Greek-owned. Plurality of the ships that the Houthis are attacking. Kidnapping, killing, fucking oil spills. They're the only ones following international law. God damn it, fuck me. Listen, if you're like a right-leaning Israeli, okay, you're like a Netanyahu fan in chat, you know, all two of you. These are your guys. These are your bros. You should be so fucking thankful that this is what's dominated Western left-wing alt media on Israel-Palestine. Like, don't forget all the internal stuff that they do. Yeah, sex trafficking women who were jailed for very arbitrary, like modesty laws. Yeah. It's so fucking bad because these guys are like the big voices on this, like the big left tube, bread tube, tanky twat tube, whatever the fuck on this issue. And they're so fucking retarded. It's like, Noah will sit there and read an entire human rights report from the UN on stream, and he doesn't understand anything. To think that what the Houthis do has anything to do with international law, that's fucking crazy. That's so crazy. What is happening in this brain? You open this head up and it's just a big ball of dust.
Do care about anti-Semitism. He doesn't. He just wants to weaponize it against not even like critics of Israel necessarily, but it usually is critics of Israel, obviously. But but it's more so just people who fucking make him feel bad.
And the panel of great anti-Semitic fucking lunatics.
Apparently they were talking about me as well in this little frat hangout.
Immediately unacceptable.
Oh, sorry. No, they're not talking about me. They would never, neither of these two would ever challenge me upon their own wits, right? They always need another person to filter, to make the arguments for them so that they are, because they're too fucking stupid and lazy to do it themselves. That's what they're actually doing. Okay. They're getting their little fucking hemorrhoid-faced mongrel to come over here and and tell them what's what for them. Their little thought leader.
Even he He's worse than John Aziz still, make no mistake. Loner's prediction for Israel's aid plan came true immediately. Unacceptable.
True? Yeah, it did. Wow. Yeah, it did. Almost actually to the, like, down to the fine details. And it happened on day 2, like the rushing and the shooting. Yeah, even there's a clip in there as well. Rip. So true, but that's bad apparently. You know, that's how fucking hate bonered these guys are now.
Unacceptable. Look at that.
It's funny because he's like crafted because he's crafted such a Zionist audience, those videos don't do well, I suspect, as opposed to like
I bet the comments are a mess.
Yeah, they're like, what are you saying? Israel's not number one? What are you saying? Israel number...
The comments on every single video I do are a fucking mess, yes, because I'm not partisan. Yeah, because I don't cater to the most dogmatic fucking cult-like ideology that you guys are adhering to. Yeah, that tends to get you dispute as well. Yeah, get it for everything. Everything. There are lefties who get mad when I talk about Israel. There are right-wingers who get mad when I talk about Israel. Yeah, that's typically what happens.
One! You hate Israel? Do you not love Israel?
Wait, so what's the issue here then? So if I have Zionists in my audience who I'm making angry, what's the problem here? What, exactly? Like what?
I wish I could do an accent, but I would just come off very badly.
Yeah, I mean, I come off really badly too, but it doesn't matter.
That's pretty good. I thought it was pretty good Israeli accent. Yeah, the replies to all these guys.
I live two doors down from this anti-Semite on screen.
Oh, he knows the replies. Noah's looking at the replies to my videos. Okay. Noah, if you're watching this or if you've clicked on this video to look at the replies, I guess you could actually try and contend with any of the arguments, you fucking retard, but okay.
Bad Chinchilla, he wears Teddy Fresh tracksuits on the weekends.
Exposed.
He was mad at his
Tell us why the Houthis are abiding by international law. I want to hear that one. I want that Noah Samson video. Next. Go on. Give it to us.
Chat calling him anti-Semitic. I wonder why you have cultivated such a community.
Wait, what?
That would consider...
What? Who said...
Green. Bad Chinchilla, he wears Teddy Fresh tracksuits on the weekends.
Exposed.
He was mad at his own chat calling him anti-Semitic.
Who the fuck in my chat called me anti-Semitic? Maybe like this might have been like one person. No one who in my chat has called me anti-Semitic. There are a lot of Jews in my audience. No one's called me anti-Semitic. Oh no, someone in chat told him. So yeah, you know. Well, I will believe that, won't we? You know, only a very highly only NPR for Zoomers. That's what NPR would do, isn't it? NPR would absolutely report on things in that manner. Okay, now you guys are calling me anti-Semitic. Okay, well done, trolls. Fuck it. Well done. Thank you.
I wonder why you have cultivated such a community.
I'll just assume that's
that would consider
true.
any criticism towards Israel to be anti-Semitic. I wonder how that happened.
Dude,
oh
that's
no,
you guys. That's you guys. Every time I criticize Israel, which is like almost every day, you guys are calling me anti-Semitic. This is my community. This is real.
Oh, this guy said, what did he call it? He called a one-state solution anti-Semitic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
He
I absolutely think a one-state solution is anti-Semitic. Yes. Not that I have... which is interesting because I would often say that my ideal ending to this whole conflict would be a one-state solution. Yeah, I think those borders like connecting Gaza and the West Bank, like that's kind of cringe. That's got a lot of problems. Logistical... I don't really like sectarianism. I don't like states that are forcing themselves to have like ethnic majorities. I don't really like that as a principle. Now, I think we live in a world where having Jews living as a minority in a Middle Eastern, like Arab Muslim country right now, given, you know, the recent and not so recent history is a pretty bad idea. That doesn't mean you should go there one day. Yeah, apparently I do think a one-state solution is anti. Is he referring to the Queeman debate? Oh, yeah, because he'll only be getting my opinions through watching Bad Empanada videos, and he only gets his opinions on me through clips that he's decided to grab. I think the take I had on that was that if you had a one-state solution now with Jews as a minority, you would get anti-Semitism. You get a rise in anti-Semitic violence. which is true. And my evidence for that prediction is, I don't know, maybe the last like 400 or 500 years of Jews living as minorities in the Middle East and North Africa. Maybe that in like every area, every country, ever. Since maybe like 1490 or something. Yeah, since maybe the 1500s. Jews have typically had a pretty shit time being minorities in the Middle East and North Africa, not to mention other parts of the world, you know. But, you know, maybe these guys can prove me wrong again. Maybe Palestine will be the first.
He had some
saw that clip.
choice words. I heard he said something along the lines of like, if
Along the
all,
lines.
if
Let's
all
go.
Jews are pro-Israel,
Right.
then you're and they're all no. If all Jews are pro-genocide of Palestinians, you're anti-Semitic for being against the genocide of Palestinians. And I was like,
What? How can every single thing they say about me be wrong? How can they? It's so they're the thing is, I know what they're referring to. They're referring to real things, but they've like mashed it and mangled it in their heads. How can you be this fucking dense that this is the kind of content that you have to strawman me on to contend with me? How, man, would these guys do a 2v1? Would they let me debate both of them at once? Fucking hell. That's him correcting himself as well. Yeah, so what I said was that if all Jews were pro-genocide, then it would probably be justified to be anti-Semitic. That's what I said. Yeah, if all Jews decided that they would just want to genocide all the Arabs, then yeah, that would just be, you're probably justified to hate all the Jews then. Because why are they saying that? Is he saying that it would be anti-Semitic like in a bad way? Like, if you hated Jews for wanting to genocide all the Palestinians, then that would be like bad because it's anti-Semitic? No. But now they're just saying like you should still support genocide even if you're, it's so pathetic. And again, I don't even know why. This isn't like just them being silly. Like this isn't them not knowing my positions. This is like an intentional way of coping with your opponents. Jesus. But the way that they have to do it in that kind of way is just so fucking sad. The fucking intellectual frailty of these two. Yeah, this guy, somehow I managed to get a following of left, liberal, and some right-wing people, and somehow I've actually managed to produce videos that you have shouted out, Hasan and Noah. I've never shouted out any of the fucking trash that you guys have produced, by the way, because I always thought you two were retarded. You guys have shouted out my work, but apparently now the guy that both of these guys have held in high esteem, and I haven't changed my opinion on absolutely everything. I still have a lot of the opinions that I keep up on my essay channel as well. These guys have both shouted me out, enjoyed my content, learned from me apparently, said I know my shit, have acknowledged that I'm like probably more well-read than both of them put together. But now suddenly I'm the guy who thinks that even if every Jew supported genocide, you still should just let them do it because otherwise you'd be anti-Semitic. Really? Really, boys? Really?
yeah, okay.
Like I'm saying,
cares?
this is more like fucking Hasbara, pro-Israel content than anything I could ever dream of putting out. No amount of trips to Israel will ever rival the amount of fucking favors these guys delivered to Netanyahu on a fucking plate. There's nothing better for Netanyahu to have this kind of discourse in the people who oppose you, because this is how you ensure that Democrats and everyone else, like, they have no fucking idea what to do with this information. Like, what? Okay, so listen, we're Democrats, okay? And it seems like the left are very pro-Palestine. So what are they saying? You know, what kind of policies can we offer to them? Well, okay, there's this really big, okay, we got like, make one phone call. Let's look at the content and see if we can produce a demand list. Okay, so we got make one phone call that will end the conflict in Gaza. Okay. Right, that's probably not feasible. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Maybe we can realign in the Middle East. Okay, who these guys support? Maybe we can just extend olive branches. This guy thinks the Houthis are the only ones complying with international law. Okay. Probably shouldn't do that. That's kind of like subterranean IQ levels. Okay, what next? With all this popularity and everything, like, yeah, no fucking wonder. And Netanyahu loves this. It's just, you have done like the perfect job of just making this entire movement like eternally fucking confused, intellectually compromised, and produced a fucking mob of like animals waving fucking Hezbollah flags and supporting Houthis and supporting Hamas and everything else, and making excuses for a fucking shooter who goes and guns down two workers at the Israeli embassy. Noah Samson sitting here be like, oh, just read what they were saying. What? The fucking woman who was part of an organization that encourages Israeli and Palestinian cooperation in the tech industry. That person. Read what they were saying. Bro, Netanyahu's loving this shit, man. He loves it. These are your enemies? Fuck yeah, let's go.
What do you mean? Like, that's such a stupid argument. What do you think? Like,
If that's anti-Semitism, the word doesn't mean anything
yeah,
anymore.
then
then being Jewish is being pro-genocide.
Yeah, really wouldn't. Ogre Boy in chat, hey. I got him to come up with a framework, Lonerbox. What, the Lonerbox framework? For when the US should finally invade Israel, when they're finally admitting to ethnic cleansing. Okay. I mean, wow. Is that it? Is that what? Oh yeah. Listen, you guys don't understand. Okay. Listen, this guy doesn't even want to invade Israel. Doesn't even want to invade a nuclear power. Well done. Jesus.
That's what
Yeah.
that means. And
Which
it's
is
like, oh, that's anti-Semitic.
which is incredibly anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is such a stupid argument that you could only put together if you just think like Jews are magical, mystical, mythical people or something. Like, what the do you
But
mean?
they're allowed to do that. Right?
Like, that's so
They get an
insane.
that they're allowed to do that. So we're listening to two people who have both shouted out my content in the past. Hasan shouted out my content on Palestine, actually. And now, because they are so fucking insecure and terrified of actually putting any of these opinions to the test and talking to me about it, have decided to tell their audiences that my opinion is that Jews should be allowed to commit genocide because they're special. Okay.
I mean,
Cute.
that's the
Adorable.
logic of Israel, though. It's like this happened to us, so so anything we do is justified because anything we do is in defense of allowing it to happen again. Just
That is not what Israelis think, you fucking dense, dead behind the eyes, beady-eyed little cunt. No, that is not what Israelis think. Do you know, like, half of the fucking critiques that you guys come up with about Israel, and the reason that you know all these bad things that Israel are doing is because of fucking Israelis, okay? The reason you know about the history is because of Israelis. You're not going to get like Assad or fucking Saddam Hussein or any of that, like, welcoming people in to look at their documents or having like allowing NGOs to sit in their country and criticize them. You know, there was actually one NGO leader who attacked Hezbollah. Hezbollah murdered him. Yeah, okay? They murdered their critics in the past for going too hard on them. In Israel, you get actually quite a lot of your information to slam Israel from that country. You get it from B'Tselem, you get it from Haaretz, you get it from whistleblowers, because they host criticism within their own country. We get to shit on their history really hard because they allowed their history to be open to the public. They opened archives so people could go in and see what commanders were saying to each other in the 48 war. The reason that we know that Operation Hiram actually had like some cases where like expulsions and ethnic cleansings were ordered on villages that weren't even fighting because Israel let us see that information. But okay, sure. Wait till any of the fucking international law-abiding fucking animals that you guys support in the Houthis and Hezbollah, wait till they ever do that for you.
weaponizing it, right?
Contemplative thumbnail. Unacceptable. Oh my god, Israeli policy didn't work at giving.
Wait, how is he putting these two together, this guy? How is he putting it together that I predict the aid plan going wrong, but then there's another thumbnail of me saying that there's shocking details, but it shouldn't be shocking to... Obviously, I'm not saying shocking as in like, I'm surprised this happened. It's a fucking thumbnail. Like, okay. But, you know, they'll eat it all up. Eat it all up.
Aid to Palestinians in Gaza? No one could have ever seen that coming. It's
You
almost
literally just went over a thumbnail of me predicting what would have happened to the letter. Man, these guys.
like it's not intended to help them, but it's like, oh man, Israel really effed up. They took a big L here with this bad policy.
I get the issue though, is because they obviously think that like the vocabulary that they would use to describe the GHF plan is how they've just described the aid situation for the entire thing. That's the thing, right? Because these guys have just been calling it famine ever since October 8th. So, yeah. These guys have been calling it famine since October 8th. So obviously, if I talk about the GHF plan and how it's quite exceptionally bad and why it deserves extra scrutiny, these guys, they don't understand that, because it's like, that's why I had people saying like, oh, you've supported this the entire 2 years. Like what? The GHF plan? What, that thing that's famously lasted for 2 years? That they don't care. They don't care about the conflict. They don't care about any of the policies or any of the arguments. That's why they have to just do these stupid fucking straw mans.
Genuinely trying to, like in good faith, trying to implement a policy to help people in Gaza,
good
right?
faith, Mr. Empanada.
That's the sort of thing that he's going for. And he's like, oh man, I'm just critiquing them. This is the sort
Everyone has something to say about ContraPoints.
of guy who would like critique the amount of rations in the death camps rather than just denounce the Nazis for having death camps.
Hey,
that's who he
let's
is.
go.
These people are going to be trying to dial back and whitewash what they have been saying this entire time. Think about it.
Lonerbox.
I haven't whitewashed or dialed back fucking anything, buddy, but okay.
My favorite Marx is, you should listen to him sometimes, brother.
That's awesome.
I bought my wife a Teddy Fresh hoodie yesterday. Long story short, we're getting a divorce, and I'm ashamed to say I was married to an anti-Semite for 10 years.
True, it's anti-Semitic
Remember
to
it.
not.
Don't let them off the hook.
Teddy Fresh
As
looks
they
like
realize
shit.
that what they're doing doesn't sell
He
anymore.
did say that. He did that with Vanilla Mace. And this is before I even met Vanilla Mace. Vanilla Mace literally was like, Teddy Fresh tried to send me like a PR poll, and and she was like, yeah, that was like, she's an anti. If you don't wear my adult baby clothes, you are a.
This is like the political equivalent of it. It's like the three dumbest guys in the school are just like in the fucking boys' toilet doing the thing where you wet a bit of kitchen towel and throw it in the ceiling so it sticks and looks like a bat cave. Just talking shit about the other people they don't like. Like it's... What the fuck is this? Actual like fucking Beavis and Butthead politics. Like Jesus.
Anti-Semite, dude.
Oh my god, dude.
He straight up said being anti-Teddy Fresh was akin to the Holocaust. No, stop.
Y'all tripping.
No, he must
He
have
did
said
say
that.
that.
Definitely.
I need a link to the clip.
Hey, I need a
That's
link to
great.
the clip.
Yeah, Vanilla
We're never gonna look for the clip, are we? Never.
Mace. Vanilla Hamas.
Oh shit. You got a funny chat, man. Sometimes when they're not yelling at you or trolling you.
Yeah, she didn't even. Yeah, she wasn't even talking about like Zionism. By the way, she just said the clothes are ugly. That's it.
That's anti-Semitic, man.
Which is, of course, incredibly anti-Semitic. I can't believe you
Because being
said
Jewish is liking shitty, weird clothes. That's what being Jewish is.
He's
which
gonna
is
clip
not
you.
anti-Semitic.
He's
by the
gonna
way.
clip you. He's gonna clip you and be like, "Oh, that's we
Teddy
got him.
Fresh
He's
or
being
shitty,
anti-Semitic.
weird
We got
clothes. Yes. Brother, I
Please.
was quoting you. You made the sandwich.
him." Anyway,
They will try to distance themselves from it. Oh, he released another one too. Whistleblower testimony on Gaza aid plan reveals shocking details. This isn't shocking for anyone but you, Lonerbox.
You literally just went over a thumbnail of me predicting what would happen. What do you think I mean by shocking? You under-evolved fucking loser. Like, what the fuck?
You're not even shocked by this anyway. You know that you're trying to defend a genocide. You're consciously doing so. You know what's happening. You're just trying to defend it. Whoa, shocking details. Everyone knew this was happening from the very beginning. Everyone knows what they're doing in Gaza and why they're doing it. You're just trying to pretend otherwise because you're a idiot. Well, yeah, you are an idiot. You're stupid. But
Is he just riffing off of thumbnails? Is this what the content is now and people watch this? Okay, whatever works.
You're not defending genocide because you're an idiot. You're defending genocide incompetently because you're a shit, terrible person paid by Israel to do so. These
Let's
little
go.
rats are going to be scurrying out.
I think the saddest part for many of these people is I don't know about Lonerbox, but like a lot of them are not even paid by Israel to do
What?
this.
Yeah.
They're literally doing this because
They're not
they
even
just,
paid.
They just back.
A lot of them aren't even paid. Why are you pretending like you have any fucking idea who is or isn't getting paid by the Israeli government? You fucking idiot. God. Why would you even pretend to know that?
The wrong horse. Some of this does go back to Destiny because these guys are like his dick riders, right? His orbiters. They call themselves that. And basically after October 7, this moron who is a horrible deadbeat dad and a sex pest decided, oh, Hasan is pro-Palestine. I'm pro-genocide. And he just came out of the gate swinging with that statement and then had to basically engage in the...
Is anyone going to mention how that statement, he's got the timeline wrong. He said that before October 7th. Is anyone going to mention how I pushed back against that and actually wrangled old Stephen into being more amenable to a two-state solution? I don't know. Probably not, because two-state solution is probably the same. It's just like genocide light to these guys, right?
Worst ad hoc rationalizations I have ever fucking seen. And he had the audacity to do this in real time, okay? Basically documenting every step he took and all of his dumbass orbiters that aren't even getting paid by the state of Israel.
Oh, we're not getting paid, are we?
That guy, Destiny, that guy's girlfriend, I think. Something like that.
I don't know.
There's some weird lore with them.
I don't know.
Like,
This is your leftist your leftist men, by the way, your male feminists. Wasn't that really funny, that whole story about someone having her privacy violated in one of the worst possible fucking ways and suffering like quite severe fucking mental, emotional trauma because of it? Wasn't that really funny to just bring that up and use it to attack someone because I'm too much of a fucking dipshit to actually challenge any of the arguments that he makes? Yeah, well. Good for you, Noah. Good for you. Sticking to what you're good at.
I don't know like the deep details of the lore and their background. I don't
know about all that. Yes, you do. You browse the shit all the fucking time. You follow and retweet the craziest fucking posters on Twitter. Like the fact that he pretends to not care or know about this is so stupid.
I don't care to know. It's just like,
but it's just like they're doing it for free because they are part of the orbit.
Yeah,
like
but it's
and then they
crazy.
join in on the propaganda.
It's crazy. At least like you could have gotten some benefits out of this, man. You just are doing this for free.
Yeah, if I wanted money, because I know how Social Blade works, I know how the international, like the global zeitgeist goes. But if I wanted money, I would be posting all of the same retarded shit that you do. That's what I'd be doing. Except I'd probably be better at it because I actually know how to read. Like, yeah, I'd probably be able to support the Houthis in a way that doesn't leave me exposing myself saying, yeah, they're actually really good at international law. Like, yeah, I'd probably be a better fucking pro-Palestine propagandist than either of these two put together. Like, what the fuck? Wouldn't find myself running into fucking rakes all the time about perfect phone calls and fucking Houthi glazing. Yeah.
Might have got a free trip, but like
free trip to Israel.
yeah. Thank
Great.
you. Super
Free
good.
trip to, where else did we go? Oh yeah, went to the West Bank. You should add that one in. A free trip to the West Bank.
Good, super
Great, I
awesome.
got
They got to hang out with Elon Levy. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
I got
the best thing ever.
I got a free trip to Israel, and what is it? Here's a link to the vanilla thing. Oh, I
You
think
know who
this
hit
is
me up today on Instagram? Teddy Fresh. They said, hey, we'd love to send you some stuff. How about?
Remember, the ground zero of that Israel and Palestine trip. Yeah, these guys just did UT Postais Juris, by the way, by calling it all Israel. Fucking dipshits. The ground zero of that the ground zero of that trip to Israel was because we were invited by an Arab. by a Palestinian because Sev suggested it on a stream. And then when he was in a call with me and Destiny, and then Destiny was just like, yeah, maybe we'll actually do that. That's where it started. That was the genesis. My face when the romantic partner of someone who is criticizing me becomes a victim of revenge porn. Okay. We love that. Thank you, Noah. Male feminist. Okay, those guys are fucking idiots. Good. Let's move on.